this is a stock that more than doubled last year. So we
Yeah.
think what you're seeing in terms of this profit taking is healthy price action. We didn't think the call was that bad. We think the stock is selling off because investors are alarmed about the guidance for slowing auto shipment growth
Right.
in 2024, but that was already baked into everyone's estimates. So it was understood that they were not going to continue to grow their auto deliveries by 38% this year like they did last year.
Are people only buying Teslas? The cliche out there, and we go to Lisa Mateo on this because she's like EV queen. But the basic idea I have is EVs are a failure in America, except Tesla, and so the units are pretty good because that's the only car people are buying. Is that right?
That's pretty much accurate. If you look, Tesla's market share in the U.S. was 55% of the U.S. EV market last year. Where the real oversaturation is the other 45%. All the non-Tesla EVs are just not selling well. They're sitting on dealer lots. Inventories in December were 117 days supply for EVs overall,
Wow.
which is way above the historic average for automobiles of 60 days. So there's a huge inventory glut of non-Tesla EVs.
So, Garrett, if I'm a bull, if I have a buy rating and I think it's a 50 PE is based upon my target, I have to be bullish about EVs in general, don't I? It's not just a Tesla call. I have to be a bull on EVs in North America, don't I?
Not necessarily. You have to be bullish, I think, on Tesla.
Okay.
We're actually fairly bullish on the EV, fairly bearish on the EV market overall. In terms of adoption rates are much slower than we thought we would see a few years ago. If you look, 7.6% of all new vehicle sales last year were EVs. We think a lot of automakers were hoping that those percentages would be above 10% at that point. So, but there's no question, there's a lot of demand for Tesla EVs. We know the Cybertruck reservation count is somewhere north of 2 million units,
Wow.
far and away the highest of any vehicle model in the U.S. And then last night they confirmed these rumors of this next-gen mass market EV where first production could come as soon as mid next year.
So, I mean, Garrett, I just bought a new car, and the car I was looking, the automobile I was looking at, I did look at the EV version, but the premium to go EV over ICE was so big. And me, I could care less about EVs in the environment. I'll do it another way. But I mean, what do you do here? I mean, you have to bring the price down, don't you? Is that even viable for this industry over the next several years?
So if you look over the last year, the price has come down. You look at the EV price premium in December, it was only 4%. A year earlier, it was over 30%. So 2023 was a year in which the EV price premium really collapsed. And we think that we're getting near an inflection point where EVs are going to, well, they're already very close to price parity with internal combustion engine vehicles. And that's going to be a big
Right.
positive that's going to stimulate
Right.
demand.
Garrett, let's talk about Mr. Musk. And I do this with great respect, folks, for his technological innovation and all that he's done. You know, forget about the notoriety and all the idiocy. Garrett, is he devoting chairman or CEO energy to Tesla?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's
My
no
only good one of the
question.
day, so go with it, Garrett. That's it. Mateo has all the good ones.
He's spread very thin across SpaceX, Tesla, and all of his other businesses. Now X, formerly Twitter. So there's no
Twitter.
question he's spread thin. But what's become clear, if you look back, the investor days over the last 2 or 3 years, there's a very deep bench at Tesla. While he is the face of the company, the face of the brand, behind
Right.
him is a very strong, capable team
Yeah.
of brilliant engineers.